The Drake equation. N equals R base asterisk times F base P times N base E times F base L times F base I times F base E times L. What the fuck does that even mean? The Drake equation, written by and named after the founder of astrobiology, Frank Drake, is an equation that, if solved, will prove beyond doubt we are not alone. Sounds great, doesn't it? Do that! Much to the displeasure of ufologists, sci-fi nerds, and people with poor reading comprehension everywhere, it's not meant to be solved. It was written to set the tone for the newly founded SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence, back in the 1960s. Let's explore this interesting thought experiment together. N is the number of civilizations in the galaxy which we as a species are able to contact. It equals R base asterisk, the number of stars born in the galaxy every minute. We're actually somewhere close to an answer here. As of 2024, our best guess is 2 or maybe 3, which would be disappointing if not for the fact that there are up to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way at any given moment. Times F base P. The percentage of those stars which have planets. We've got no goddamn clue. Sure, we've scanned and found almost 4,000, but the actual numbers reckon to have at least 5 more zeros behind it.
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
N base E. The percentage of the aforementioned planets which can support life. Short answer, we don't know. Long answer, we don't goddamn well know! We probably won't ever know because our study data is woefully biased. Life could technically survive on any number of planets or moons. There doesn't even have to be water for crying out loud. Ammonia or methane may well have all the right qualities. This means that, hypothetically, moons and planets well out beyond the habitable zone could support life. If there's water, a thick ice sheet could substitute for an atmosphere. For all we know, gas giants could support microscopic life. F base L. The number of those planets which will actually go on to have life. Here's a list of things that could prevent that. Too much atmosphere, not enough atmosphere, wrong kind of star, bad placement in the galaxy, supernova shockwaves, bad luck, solar flares, meteorites, asteroids, lack of plate tectonics, too much plate tectonics, not enough liquid, lack of moon, too many moons, and or the wrong kind of atmosphere. Warning, if your primary atmosphere persists, you or your moon may be life adverse. Talk to your doctor about outgassing today. It gets better. There are processes which can help you. F base I. The number of those planets which gain life, where said life will gain higher thought. Once more, our survey size is woefully small. Hell, I'd hesitate to say Earth has evolved intelligent life. And there are those who say that sentience is inevitable given enough time. Once more, a list of things which can go wrong. Drastic increases in temperature, drastic decreases in temperature, hostile terraforming, passive-aggressive terraforming, atmospheric composition shifts, asteroids, ocean currents. F base E. The percentage of those intelligent civilizations which will reach a technological level where we can communicate with them. I should note, not only have we not yet reached this point, we have no idea what it would even look like. Would they even want to talk to us? Looking at the internet, I suspect maybe not. But all that aside, do we factor in those whose communications begin and end with conquest? Do we count those galactic hermits who go out of their way to keep on the down low, a la the Dark Forest hypothesis? Do we count those whose messages were sent millennia ago, leaving behind only words from a vast civilization? Well, actually, let's talk about that. Our final variable is L, the average lifetime of an intelligent civilization. I don't even know where to begin. Most people don't even realize how profoundly lucky we are to be alive right now. Before written history even began, multiple ice ages and other violent climate changes battered humanity badly. According to Professor Curtis Marine of Arizona State University, at one point around 195,000 years ago, in a big freeze, we may have had a population as rock-bottom low as the triple digits. Then, of course, we move on to written history. Though the extinction of humanity was more or less off the table by this point, especially once we spread out, countless little civilizations who thought themselves eternal have been utterly destroyed, the Indus River Valley civilization being among the first. And of course, the Inca, Aztec, and Maya empires of America were obliterated by disease when the Europeans first arrived. Some philosophers, looking at our track record, concluded humanity was doomed to destroy itself centuries ago. The late 20th century once more saw extinction thrust onto the playing field with the advent of the nuclear bomb, multiple famines and wars which saw whole countries in Asia and Africa decimated, and rising political tensions worldwide. At this point, one might be tempted to simply say they were right. Maybe L is a matter of a couple thousand years, and we're doomed to be a mere lone firecracker in galactic history. But I don't think so. No, we are greater than our faults. Rationality, goodwill, and random acts of kindness define our species just as much as blind obedience and political schemes. I choose to put the average lifespan of sentient life somewhere higher, not out of naivete, but out of a belief that even if our skyscrapers crumble to dust, humanity will continue to live on. Put it all together, and you could theoretically find out how many alien civilizations there are within our transmitter's reach. I've seen estimates from the millions all the way down to single digits. But you must remember the whole point of this video: scale. There are, if you'll remember, anywhere between 100 and 400 billion stars in the Milky Way alone, spread out light decades at the minimum. Our chances of reaching any of them, let alone contacting them, is literally astronomical. So what do? I suspect we'll just keep trying anyway. Refusing to give up is also part of the human spirit, and if there's even the slightest chance of us finding another wayward bunch of souls like ourselves, desperate for kinship on a planet of 8 billion fellows, we're gonna keep firing probes into the endless abyss above our heads until there are no more humans to press launch. It's what Mr. Drake would have wanted, I think. Take care, my fellow watchers. We'll make it through that great filter yet, even if we're bloodied, bruised, and barely breathing. This has hopefully helped a bit with perspective, which we are often wont to lose these days, so take it forward. And always take the time to look up at the stars. After all, besides that, they're just plain beautiful to look at. Ciao!